So China just took a selfie. Not me, though honestly I look great in good lighting. I'm talking about Tianwen 2, the country's new deep space probe. On October 1st, to be a part of the Communist Party's National Day event, Tianwen 2 snapped a photo of itself from 43 million kilometers away. Perfect timing and, of course, perfect PR. Then 2 days later, something much rarer happened. 3I Atlas, the third interstellar visitor ever discovered, passed near Mars, right in range of Tianwen 1, China's Mars orbiter. And suddenly, no photos, no data, no mention in the news. A nation that can photograph its own reflection from deep space apparently can't point a camera at a comet. Now that's the part that makes my fur stand on end. China's space agency, CNSA, loves showing off. Tianwen 1 has posted more than 14,000 Mars images since 2021. They even brag about the color balance. But for 3I Atlas, nothing, not a peep, nothing. Tianwen 1 operates independently of the European Space Agency and NASA, but both of them, plus Hubble and Webb, have all published something. But Beijing, digital crickets. Now, as someone who lived there, I'll tell you, silence in China is rarely accidental. Tianwen 1 isn't some dusty relic. It's one of the most advanced Mars orbiters ever built. It's mapped nearly the entire planet, delivered 1,000 gigabytes of data, and its companion rover, Zhurong, even took a selfie with the lander back in 2021. So when an interstellar comet flew by only 30 million kilometers away, this orbiter had every reason and every tool to capture it. But instead of seizing the moment, CNSA said nothing. No technical issue reported, no apology, no explanation. Just silence. The kind of silence that says, we'll tell you what's important when it's useful. But let's be generous. Maybe it's just scientific caution. Maybe Tianwen 1's data was too faint or messy to publish. That's possible. Or maybe it's strategic secrecy, since the mission's controlled by the People's Liberation Army. Even a blurry space rock could be labeled classified. There's also prestige protection. If the image failed, better to say nothing than admit imperfection during National Day week. Or maybe it's just mundane reality. Bad lighting, wrong angle, someone left the cap on the camera. All valid options. But still, you'd expect something. And that brings us back to Tianwen 2. The selfie star. That perfect photo, released exactly timed to the CCP's National Day event, was a perfect propaganda poster. Impressive? Sure. Coincidental timing? You tell me. There's no independent verification of when or where that image was actually taken, so it could be authentic, sent from 43 million kilometers away to land on Earth just in time for a massive political PAR event. Or it could have been staged and scheduled in advance to make sure it gave Beijing a patriotic headline. Either way, it was right on time, while Tianwen 1 stayed silent about the comet. Would that be strange or shocking? Not to anyone who remembers the Chinese regime's history of creative PR photos. So even though the world is still waiting on NASA staff to get their paychecks so that they can process for data and photos on 3I Atlas, China's silence remains the loudest sound in the room. Because in Beijing's version of space exploration, it's not just about what you discover. It's about who controls the story. Maybe Tianwen 1 missed the shot. Maybe it's still processing the data. Or maybe the real mission was never just exploration, but presentation. Either way, China's space program knows one thing better than anyone else: how to take the perfect PR picture and how to make sure you never see the imperfect one. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a panda. Click those like and subscribe buttons, then click this next video for more awesome panda reports.